Greetings, fellow test subjects. Test subject 1337 here for Aperture Gaming Reviews. They make it, we test it, you play it. And welcome to a fast Aperture review. Now, before we get too far into this episode of Afar, first we have to start with the overall score. For this title, we are going to give a solid 8 out of 10. Now, this title is actually part of a franchise. This franchise first started way back in 1995, so this year marks the 30th anniversary of it. And this title is actually from 2003, 22 years ago. I first played it at a LAN gaming cafe, and here's what. As a veteran of the StarCraft franchise, I decided to give it a try, and it was interesting getting it fired back up again. Interesting quick side note, the first time I played it, there were some technical difficulties, but that was on my end. But after getting those sorted out, everything was up and running. So what is this game, and why did it get this score? Well, let's get into the review and find out together. Shall we? The name of the game is Command & Conquer Generals. It's the 7th game in the franchise. It was developed and published by Electronic Arts. Set on Earth, a global terrorist organization is involved with campaigns against China and the United States. You can play as a general for one of these three factions. This is a real-time strategy game. You can create buildings that will let you make soldiers and vehicles. You can then select units and command them to make other buildings, attack, defend, and make upgrades to improve your combat. Each mission has a main objective, but you have to complete other objectives along the way to complete it. The graphics are 22 years old, so cut it some slack. You are playing from an elevated distance, so while everything is not in full detail, you can make out the difference between vehicles, troops, and the environment. The audio work is background music, sounds of combat, and when you select a unit, hearing the same few lines of dialogue over and over. The game can be played single player, but has an online multiplayer option. The game has no DLC, but it did get an expansion pack later on the same year called 0 Hour. It added more content. The game has a few issues. The main issue I had was in one mission. I was told to destroy a building and I sent my units to attack and destroy it, but the command wasn't registering except for 2 or 3 units. Also, you would have to look up the keyboard shortcuts online because the controls are not listed. The majority of the work is using your mouse, and sometimes the game is unclear on certain actions. Aside from being dated, this is a good title. It's nice how the mouse is the main function, and I did say the title is 22 years old, so there are some pros and cons, but overall this title is a buy. Well, that's all the time we have for. Until next time, this has been Test Subject 1337 for Aperture Gaming saying, thank you for watching this A Fast Aperture review. Until next time, thank you for watching, game on, and have a nice day. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much.